Alright, so we are here on the stream now. I gotta update our counters for everything. Give me a moment. Alright, so we are joined by Grizo today. He will be our second weatherman. He will be letting us know if there's anything we need to look at or for the aftermath of anything. Sheer could be joining us soon. Let me get everything updated.
All right, can I hop in real
Yeah.
Speaking of, just north of Tuscaloosa, Alabama, that there's a supercell having a merger going on, and it produced a tornado earlier, but it was a small spin up, and it very quickly occluded. But now it's merging into other cells and is becoming even stronger and making another strong hook.
Yeah, so looking at the structure on the Tuscaloosa storm, actually, this is very impressive structure, and we definitely need to keep a watch on that. But in the big city of Meridian, you are under a PDS tornado warning right now, particularly dangerous situation, as a damaging tornado is confirmed to be on the ground, heading your way. Let's take a look at that. So here we're looking at it. The rotation does not seem to be as robust as it was before. But this thing is still okay, and we just got an uptick. So we just got an uptick there, but for the most part, this is a pretty violent tornado from the looks of it. You can see a little bit of debris right there, lining up with that velocity. So if you are in Stonewall, Meridian, Chunky, Hickory, Bay Springs, etc., anywhere in between there, Rose Hill, you all need to be in your safe spots as a possibly violent tornado is heading your way, and I do not think it will let up anytime soon. Now in Tennessee, you got some severe weather of your own over here. Some tornadic supercells are wreaking havoc on Beach Hill. So let's take a look at that southern one. This tornadic system seems to have lost its tornadic features, and I think now you're looking at more of just a straight line wind risk for that. So that'll be 60-mile-an-hour wind gusts with the tornado possible tag. Over here, you can see that rotation right there. So you can see right there, and there might be a secondary rotation down here. So I wouldn't be surprised if they might issue another tornado warning for that, or they include it in the next one. Not quite sure about that. Not sure what they'll do about that. But let's look at our Tuscaloosa storm. And oh yeah, that looks like it could have unfortunately been a constructive cell merger. It looks like it's still underway, but this thing could become very dangerous very fast. So northern Tuscaloosa, I know there's a lot of little tiny suburbs out here. We just got an update to that tornado warning. Still radar indicated, but places like Rising Tide, Lake Cove, Haddon Farms, North Riviera, Windham Springs, Willie, Whitson, Three Forks. You guys need to be in your safe spots as this tornado, or soon to be tornado, could be extremely violent. Alright, let's go to our PDS. So you can see what looks to be a debris signature. So we could actually have a secondary tornado right here. See that lining up here? Okay, it might be actually right there. So let me try to line this up. So we got right there. I think it was just contamination. Alright. But if you are in this PDS warning, there is a strong to violent tornado heading your way. So do not take this lightly. This could become violent and long tracked. In fact, it already is long tracked. So you gotta be careful of that. Rizzo, if you want to let me know, you could just play an appropriate soundboard.
Okay.
So let's look at this tornado warning over here. It's in a bit of a radar dead zone. We can take a look at it. Okay, so I do see that rotation there. So that is heading towards Memphis, Alabama. It's on the Mississippi-Alabama border. And looks to be just rotation as of now. We'll keep an eye on that. This rotation by Tuscaloosa, it keeps getting more intense, so gotta be very, very diligent. We are down to 4 tornado warnings. Supercell has been traveling for quite a while. Alright. Give me a second. Where is it? Where is it? There we go. So we have a report that there was a massive wedge tornado in the Tylertown, Mississippi area. Um, I can't show you it on stream, but by the way, we did just get an extension of this tornado warning, putting our tornado warning count up to 5. So let's take a look at that. Okay, so it does look like they included both rotations in this. So this McMinnville. There we go. McMinnville, Shady Rest, Companion, Midway, Walling. Basically, this whole area, it should be really concerned. If you're not in this area that I drew out, but you're still in that polygon, be underground. That includes Morrison, Centertown, Stewart Chapel, etc. Sparta, you probably should be in this polygon that I made. So you all need to be in your safe spots, as possibly 2 tornadoes are heading in your direction. Let's take a look at this massive severe thunderstorm warning for 60-mile-an-hour winds. A possible tornado. Speaking of possible tornadoes, hey Grizo.
Yep.
So I'm looking at the severe thunderstorm warning in Tennessee and northern Alabama. Right on the
Yes.
border by Coptown. Looks like we could have something trying to rotate a little bit. I'll appreciate if you kept your eye on that.
Yeah, I'll keep my eye on that.
Alright. Let's look back at our... Oh my gosh, Birmingham storm is... We could have just undergone a constructive merger, which means that the storm that... Look at... Oh, we just got a double update. What was that? So now we gotta be looking here because, yeah. So they might be doing minute by minute updates now. So there is, yeah, I'm getting a lot of images from Taylorsville. There is extensive damage. It is, it's really bad out there. Let's look back at our PDS warning, if it's still PDS. So this is no longer PDS, but that does not mean you get out of your safe spots, as we still got a rotation right here moving north-northeast towards Enterprise and Stonewall, and eventually Meridian. This could recycle by the time it gets to Meridian, and that would mean that we could have some extensive damage in a major city, which could warrant a tornado emergency if it does happen. Let me just circle this so I know, keep my eye on that. Let's go back to Alabama, let's go back to Alabama. So currently we can see our rotation right there. Could be a possible tornado on the ground right now. So we have that right there just in case. And Griso has something to say.
Yes. So while all of this chaos is going on, um, in the town of Maggie, Mississippi, which is next to Taylorsville, there was a recorded 3.0 magnitude earthquake.
Really?
Yes, it's on the USGS. And I found it via tweet, and they linked it the USGS, and it is documented.
So that would be right here, just to the west of Taylorsville, where a 3.2 earthquake was recorded. So, yet again, adding another historical factor to our historic tornado outbreak. Speaking of which, we didn't go over our SPC risk, so let me just do that real quick. So, we have a high risk for severe weather today, an extremely rare high risk. We have a 30% threat for tornadoes. But the SPC has said that long track violent tornadoes are very possible today. Our wind threat, which is looks to be panning out up here, is a 45 hatched wind threat in Tennessee and northern Alabama. And our hail threat is a 30% hatched risk from Huntsville to Birmingham down to near New Orleans. And then for day 2 here, we have a slight risk from around Hagerstown down to Perry and Cedar Key. We have a 5% tornado risk from Virginia down to Gainesville. So this is from like Richmond to Gainesville. Our wind risk is a 15% non-hatched risk from Hagerstown down to Cedar Key. Our hail risk is pretty conditional, including northern Maryland, extreme southern Pennsylvania, heading south into most of the Florida Panhandle. Alright, let's head back to our radar view as we're gonna look at our Birmingham storm, and oh my gosh, that hook. So this storm is becoming pretty dangerous now. It's becoming a dangerous storm. So we gotta be careful of that, extremely careful. The storm by Taylorsville is getting its act back together as it enters the town of Paulding. Doesn't look to be on the ground. But yeah. Grizo has something to say once again.
It looks like there might be another circulation starting to build up directly south of Taylorsville and uh and east southeast, or no, east, or no, west, I don't know what I'm saying.
I
Uh
do see that.
west southwest of Laurel. So directly south of Taylorsville, west southwest of Laurel.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if they issue a tornado warning on that shortly. We do see that, and we also see Meridian is in the firing line for this intensifying supercell that was the PDS before. But we have a new rotation forming down here, so we're gonna just focus in on that for a second here, as it is unwarned. So what we're going to do here, we're going to issue our imaginary tornado warning here, and that's going to include northwestern parts of Laurel and extreme eastern Taylorsville. So is also in the direct firing line for this, so be in your shelters. Ganano, Amy, Hebron, etc. up to the east of Taylorsville, Simpson, and Stringer. You are all in the path of this potential tornado. And Meridian, of course, is also in the path of a tornado. And that Tuscaloosa storm keeps intensifying.
And it has gone tornado observed. It has become confirmed.
Alright, so we have a confirmed tornado on the ground now.
There is a TDS on the Amory, Mississippi radar if you go over there.
Alright, so we have a tornado on the ground doing damage now. So we can go to our Amory radar and we can see that. We can also go to our Birmingham radar and also see that right there. So there is your tornado. You can see that tornado right there. His arrow is perfect. Heading towards Three Forks. We do not know how deviant this could be, so Whitson, also be in your shelters. Willie, be in your shelters. As this is a tornado on the ground heading your way. Also, our previously PDS tornado by Meridian is also on the ground. We have a debris signature. So that is also on the ground. So we have two tornadoes on the ground here. So let me. Two tornadoes on the ground. Two tornadoes on the ground now. And one is heading towards a very densely populated area. So be extremely careful as this velocity couplet. Oh, and there we go. There it is. We got a PDS tornado warning. PDS tornado warning. PDS tornado warning has just got issued for the city of Meridian. This is heading right towards you, alright? It's heading directly towards you. And oh my gosh, Birmingham storm is getting very intense now as well. So, by the way, Grizo, you can just use a soundboard. You can use that one.
Yeah, I know, but I don't want to annoy any of the viewers. Because
I should
that can
get
be
it.
pretty annoying. So I'd rather just type what I've been
Alright.
doing.
So we are seeing reds. Oh, we cannot show that because then I get copyrighted. You can see those reds leaking in into our greens there, indicating a very strong tornado heading into the Mulberry Fork Wildlife Management Area and Three Forks. This is still on the ground heading your way, Three Forks, so you need to be in your shelters right now. PDS tornado warning still stands, as weather spotters have now confirmed a tornado, and there's a deep debris signature along with this. And oh man, this is a strong storm heading towards Meridian. Okay, I wouldn't be surprised if we get some kind of tornado emergency as this gets closer. Oh man. Grizo has something to say.
No, I don't.
Alright, that's old.
I'll delete the messages. So then it'd be easier for you.
Alright. That storm that Grizo pointed out just moments ago has now gotten a tornado warning, and this includes Laurel. So this tornado warning lasts for 1 hour, and it includes the city of Laurel. Our Tuscaloosa supercell, I would be shocked if we don't get an extension on that warning. And there it is. There's our extension right there. Radar confirmed tornado. So this is another tornado on the ground. Not PDS, but we have another tornado on the ground now. The storm by Meridian is really strong. Waiting for our velocity to update here. You can see that it's still on the ground. It's in a very rural area. And I'm assuming that's why we're seeing a lack of a debris signature, because it's in a very rural area, but this will be heading towards the Mulberry Fork Wildlife Management Area. But it looks like it could have just dissipated here. But we're going to assume that it's still on the ground and raging, so we need to stay in our storm shelters. It's like we could be seeing this Meridian supercell trying to recycle again. But it does look like it's weakening, possibly occluding here. So let's look at our Laurel cell. Laurel cell looks like it could be becoming outflow dominant, judging by the velocities. We'll keep our eye on that. Let's go to Tennessee with our tornado warning up there, and there's a big hook by Belk with a intense velocity signature. No ground confirmation yet. But we will be keeping a close eye on this as well as it heads towards Doyle and Sparta. And we have a tornado warning north of New Orleans, here by Covington, for a rotation heading to Albeida Springs. So if you live there, you need to be underground right now. This is in a very primed environment to drop long-tracked and dangerous tornadoes. So have to be prepared for that, just in case it does drop a tornado. It's a very densely populated area. It does look like it's radar indicated at this time, but we cannot rely on it staying like that. We're seeing we have a resurgence in velocity on our storm by Orange. So it looks like we could have seen a recycle here as it heads towards Meridian and Enterprise. Enterprise looks like it could be a pretty decently sized little town here. So this is heading for you. It's heading right for you. Alright, you're right in the path. So you need to be underground. in Tuscaloosa, doesn't look like this is on the ground at this current moment. It looks like it's ready to drop again if it's not on the ground. So a very strong velocity signature. A very, very strong velocity signature here. So we gotta be very careful of that. Rizzo has something to say.
Yeah, I'm looking at the storm approaching Enterprise and Meridian. It looks like there are trees down in a road where multiple storm chasers were caught trying to intercept it. My assumption is that it's between Highway 18 and County Road 22 and County Road 1836. It's somewhere around that area where I believe the trees have fallen onto a road, blocking storm chasers in. So if there is a tornado on the ground, it is producing very, very strong winds.
Alright, so there is reports of downed trees for this storm by Meridian, as it maintains a PDS tornado warning. Alright, I would be shocked if, oh my. Okay, so Browntown and Fairview, if you're not underground, you need to be right now. There is a very, very strong velocity couple heading towards you right now. It's on the ground, alright? This tornado is on the ground, it's doing damage right now to Fairview and Browntown. Alright, that is a very, very strong velocity couplet. Alright, right over Browntown. Oh man. So other places in the path of this tornado is, I can't read that. Littleton's, Tudwiller, Short Camp, Pleasant Field, Gorgas, High Level, Good Springs, Drifton, Bradleytown, Aldridge, Williamstown, Standard, America, Barney, Dovertown, Cordova, etc. This is definitely on the ground, moving northeast. This is an extremely dangerous storm here, and Grease has something to say.
A tornado debris signature has been spotted on a correlation coefficient on the Tuscaloosa storm. It looks like it has recycled.
Yep, so that's right. Pleasant Field, Littleton's, Good Springs, Drifton, High Level, Short Camp, etc. All of you are in the path of this possibly violent tornado as it recycled here. Our PDS tornado warning continues as it gets closer to Meridian, Mississippi. So this is heading right for you if you're in Meridian, Mississippi. Let's check back on our storm in Laurel, and we can see that rotation is really tightening up here. Doesn't look like it's on the ground, but we can see that right there. It's heading right into Laurel, southern Laurel. Grisa, did you see my message? Alright, I'm gonna call that. Alright, so we have a new forecaster here now. We have Valker to help us forecast
Hello, hello.
as these storms really intensify, especially in the Birmingham area. This still looks to have a intense tornado on the ground, as is radar confirmed. Meridian has a PDS tornado warning hanging right for it as we speak as well. It looks like our storm in Alabama, just northeast of Tuscaloosa, could have lifted temporarily as we might have had a handoff here. A mesocyclone handoff looks to have happened. It could be happening again, so this is occluding, which means it's heading towards Parrish now. So you all need to be underground, as this tornado could touch down and be very, very violent any second. We have a new tornado warning for this rotation by Sparta, Tennessee. So this is heading obviously towards Sparta, Bonaire, Yankeetown, Spring Hill, Taylors, Ravenscroft, Glade Creek, Mayland, Drowning Creek, Hillhood Estates, etc. We still have this really intense looking tornado by Bradleytown, Alabama, but it does not look like it's on the ground, despite the concerning signature on radar. There is another very, very concerning rotation by Hickory, Mississippi, right on the Alabama-Mississippi border. Greaser has something to say?
There's a new tornado warning directly west of Tuscaloosa by about 25 miles. And it has a rather strong couplet. No CC dropped yet, just south of the town of Carrollton. And it's moving pretty fast as well.
Yeah, so that is just to the southeast of Carrollton, just to the east of Dilberg, just to the north of Hickory, and it's heading towards Gordo, Mississippi. Or no, that would be Gordo, Alabama, sorry. Valker has something to say about Meridian.
So yeah, I did want to update on the Meridian storm. So I did see that the area of rotation just south is starting to slightly intensify a little bit. I am keeping an eye to see if there is going to be a new CC drop. So, but we are definitely seeing a very strong storm for that area.
Yeah, so this is shifting away from Meridian, but you are still in that tornado warning. You're still in the PDS tornado warning. But this new warning has lost its PDS tag, but is still labeled as a damaging tornado. And this is by Roy, Mississippi, Enterprise, Mississippi. And this warning is up to the Alabama border. Ryan, you are in both warnings though, so do not think you're in the clear, as it could have some deviant motion and shift towards you. Tomb Suba, Vimville, Cliff Williams, you're all in. Grizo has something to say.
All right, so on the storm that I was just talking about, just south of Carrollton, it now has a CC drop, and it's a pretty deep one. So this tornado is on the ground and is producing damage.
Yeah, we are seeing that. So this is on warn, so we're going to just turn on the
It is
silence.
warned.
Oh, there we go. Well, it's not. There we go. Okay, it is radar confirmed now. It wasn't confirmed. All right, so we have a tornado on the ground just to the southeast of Carrollton, heading towards Gordo. So we could see a tornado hitting Gordo, which looks to be decently populated. So Gordo needs to be in a safe spot, so it's heading right for you. Our tornado warning in Tennessee isn't nearly as impressive as it was before, and it looks to be occluding. But if you're in that warning, stay in your safe spot. Also, Cordova, you are about to get hit by this Birmingham rotation. Still pretty robust. So this could touch down right on top of you, so you need to be underground. Oh my gosh. Griza, or not Griza, not Griza.
Yeah, I am currently monitoring that Carrollton tornado, and it is growing stronger and stronger by the second.
Cannot show this. So let me do that momentarily. And I'll view this. Oh my gosh. So this is a video from Tylertown, Mississippi, as the tornado was hitting. Can't show this for copyright reasons, but it's not good. Yeah, not good. Not good at all.
Yeah, it's definitely a really graphic video of what happened in Tylertown. This was apparently when they were getting hit by the tornado earlier
Man.
today.
Oh man, Grease or not Grease?
Man,
Valker. Yeah, Valker sent the video. All right. But this CC drop by Carrollton is really significant. Would not be surprised if we see a PDS warning going out for this soon. So, oh, it actually it's PDS. All right, did you even notice? This is a PDS tornado warning for Gordo. All right, Gordo, Mississippi, you are about to get hit by probably one of the strongest, if not the strongest tornado you've ever seen in your life. You've never seen something like this, as this is a PDS tornado warning. There is a chance that this gets upgraded to a tornado emergency. But oh man. Make sure you are definitely in your safe spot down there. My Meridian Storm is still showing intense velocity, but I think it could be undergoing a mesocyclone handoff at the moment. So, yeah.
Hey, Drew, let me speak for a minute. There is a debris ball on reflectivity on the Gordo storm. There's a debris ball on radar.
Oh, which radar? Emory? Oh, yes it is.
Yes, Amory.
Oh, wow. Oh my gosh. Very intense velocity couplets. Also with this storm, just to the west of Tuscaloosa. This could. Oh my gosh. Oh man. Oh man. If a tornado emergency does happen, which I mean, this is just unbelievable. It's really possible here. Alabama has taken over. They have also done a PDS tornado warning. This is a massive PDS tornado warning, in fact. So this includes Barry, Alabama. Alright, the rest is mostly very rural. Wynwood, though, there's a few little tiny communities in there. But Gordo is our main concern at the moment, as this thing is heading right for it, and it is extremely intense. If any images of it are found, I would like if you could send those. Also, oh my gosh. Alabama storm is also looking very intense, could also be on the ground again. That would be helpful, Valkyrie, yeah. Oh man. This is not a good storm. Not at all. You can see that hook right there? It's heading right up into Gordo. Downtown Gordo. Probably by our next frame here, we're gonna see it in Gordo. So, oh boy, it is in the southwestern side of Gordo right now. Looks like there could be some industrial warehouses in this area, but there are a few houses as well, so you need to be underground if you're not already, because this is just an unbelievable velocity couplet here. Crazy velocity couplet. And that CC drop, we are seeing something, oh man, oh no. Alright, so we are seeing something extremely concerning. We are seeing there is our tornado, and it's throwing debris into the atmosphere, and it's being sent throughout the storm towards Reform and Fairview. This is only seen in some of the most violent tornadoes. This was seen during Mayfield and Rolling Fork, both high-end EF4 tornadoes. So this is extremely intense. We got a PDS tornado warning once again, closing in on the town of Gordo. Oh, audio glitch right there. Anyway, so this is a very, very intense storm heading into Gordo right now. Oh man. There is our tornado, possibly very, very large. This is really bad, okay? Say the least. Oh my gosh.
So
This
yeah,
is,
about that Gordo system, if you go on CC, you can see the debris fallout. And it is
yeah,
a deep CC drop as well.
we did just mention that there is the
Yes.
very real chance that we could get a tornado emergency with this storm as it enters Gordo, as this is just an extremely violent looking tornado. So we await the National Weather Service on that part.
Major highways that are going to be intercepted by the storm are 82, 170, 171, and 43, and that includes both the shortened warning and the extension.
Yep. So 82 right here is about to get impacted by this
If it
violent
isn't already
tornado.
past it.
Oh, it's in the city right now. If you're in Gordo and you're not there already, be in Gordo. Um,
The underground.
yeah. Oh my gosh.
Yep,
So,
yep.
we have images from Gordo. We have a huge wedge tornado entering the town right now. This is a gigantic wedge tornado. And oh man, this is just unbelievable.
Yeah, it's definitely a really big tornado that we're seeing right now. Definitely, for anybody who is in the path of this tornado, please get to your safe spot. Put as many walls in between you and the tornado as possible to prevent any outside flying debris from impacting where you are. So, because this is definitely a very strong tornado that's on the ground right now. So, oh my God, dude.
This tornado is also lofting debris, and on the CC, you can obviously see where it is. Usually with CC, it's usually at 1%, which is the highest it can be at. But no, this is at like 57, 60%. Like it is lofting debris high into the atmosphere, even getting as low as 47%, which is crazy low.
So some of the areas that this will be hitting is Gordo Park right now, Gordo High School, and some of those suburbs to the northwest of Gordo High School, and it's in town. It's there right now. Oh no. Oh no. I do not expect a tornado emergency with this storm unless it goes somewhere near Barry and does something there. That would be the next opportunity for a tornado emergency in my eyes. But oh man, this is not good. On our Alabama storm, we have a radar confirmed tornado by Sipsey. And yep, a very strong looking tornado.
It also looks like there's a CC drop on that storm near Sipsey.
Yeah, there is. It just got radar confirmed. So I'm gonna bring our radar to Gordo, and I'm gonna let Grizo or whoever wants to take over for a little bit.
All right. So this Gordo storm is currently obviously doing major damage to the town, but we also have storms that are just east of Meridian that is also observed, but that's from when it was earlier on the ground, when it was stronger with the PDS warning. So far in Tennessee, it looks like it is just all messy right now with barely any what I call it. I don't even know what I call it at this point. But it's barely even organized. So no threat up I would say no threat up there. However, we do have a radar indicated tornado in a line, so this could be a QLCS tornado over near Monterey. So if you're in Monterey, get shelter. Um, let's go back to our storm near Gordo, and it's still on the ground. There's still a very obvious CC drop. With debris fallout spanning many miles. It's over like 10 miles in. It's over 10 miles away just in distance from the flat ground. So this tornado is lofting debris so high in the atmosphere that it's going to carry it hundreds of tens, possibly hundreds of miles, all the way into places nearby, like Double Springs, Decatur's, Athens. All those places could get, uh, all those places could maybe get small pieces of debris. And Drew, you are back, so it's all yours.
All right, so we're looking at this tornado that just went through Gordo. You can see it's still very tight velocity coupling as it heads into Alabama. So that means Moores Bridge, Brownville, Montgomery Lakes, etc. You are in the firing line for this very, very strong tornado. Our correlation coefficient is still very, very intense. You could see the entire correlation coefficient is taking the shape of the storm as the storm distributes that falling debris from Gordo and Bell. So I think Barry is in a lot of trouble here. And Moore's Bridge looks to be possibly shifting slightly more north, which could be a sign of occluding, but it could also recycle and then head right towards your Moore's Bridge. So be careful of that. Still got this storm by Meridian. You are no longer in that tornado warning, so you can get out of your storm shelters for that. And then you have this tornado warning for equipment. That does not look nearly as significant. So I would still stay in your safe spots, but the time being, you should be okay. The thing does not look like it's getting much weaker as I head towards Moore's Bridge. Oh my gosh. So there's a copyright image. I'll put it in my Discord server, but that is one of the biggest wedges I've ever seen. Probably biggest tornado of 2025 so far. I'll put that in my Discord server. Man. So this raining debris has disconnected from the tornado itself, but now it's going to be raining debris in Ashcraft Corner and more rural regions around that, on Hinden Mill Road, for example. That's what I saw, Grizo. Not Grizo. Valker. We have a new tornado watch got issued for parts of Georgia and eastern Tennessee. This tornado is still heading towards Moore's Bridge. So if you are in Moore's Bridge, you need to be underground if you're not already. The good news is this thing might be cycling, which means it could lift before it reaches Moore's Bridge. Bad news is it could touch down and hit New Hope or New Lexington. Okay, so our cycle, it has cycled, it looks like. Looks like it could still be on the ground. But we have a newer circulation to the north that could also touch down here very momentarily. This looks like it would go north of Moore's Bridge. That puts it on a firing line for Barry. And speaking of which, we have lost our PDS tag, but it is still a radar confirmed tornado. So up here for this severe thunderstorm warning, we're looking at 60-mile-an-hour wind gusts with quarter-size hail, but where it looks for me personally, I'm seeing some rotation right around here, to the west of Crawford. So we need to be watching that. We could be seeing a re-strengthen in our Gordo tornado as it approaches Moore's Bridge. But yeah. This is either about to hit Moore's Bridge or it is going to go just north. Either way, there are some houses up in this area. And oh, it's gone. I don't know what happened. But hold on. We might have twins on the ground right now. So here's our original tornado. Here's a secondary tornado that formed. So we might have twins on the ground.
Yes, there. It appears that there is a handoff. So it looks like it is handing it off because at 501 there's another area of rotation building south of the main circulation. and now at 504, there's now another area of CC drop, and that apparently is in Moore's Bridge.
Yes, it is.
So would explain why there might be a second.
So here are two tornadoes as they enter Moore's Bridge. Southern one looks to be becoming dominant. But Moore's Bridge is taking an impact right now. If you are in New Hope right now, this storm is coming for you now as well. In Concord, all in Alabama. After that, it's in New Lexington. After that, we could even go to Barry. Our velocity signature has weakened significantly, but this could be caused by many things. You can still tell that there is a strong trend on the ground through our correlation coefficient, but we are waiting for some possibly images from Gordo. Those come along.
So it does look like all the debris fallout is now more spacing out, and you can see properly where everything is. It basically is. Looks like it's gonna be falling in Fayette. Even you can even go up to all the way to like Carbon Hill and Jasper.
Yeah, so Jerusalem, Gumbud is being rained on right now with pieces of Gordo. Newtonville. Yeah, I'm also getting reports that our Gordo tornado could fly gate to gate of 200 miles an hour. And yet some of the damage in Gordo right now doesn't look too significant, but I don't know where this image was taken. This could have been taken on the edge of the damage path. It does look like some roofs are taken off, significant roof damage. some siding damage. Looking like not the strongest damage I've ever seen, but we're if looks like Great White Roll Off and Recycling is one of the buildings that got most heavily impacted. So
Check what I sent you.
is this from Gordo?
Yes, it's from Brad there.
Alright, so what we are seeing is significant damage out of Gordo from Breda Dare. Looks like a relatively well constructed home with half of it missing. Although some of this damage could have been caused from the tree falling, so that might bring our rating down. But to me, this looks like a preliminary EF3. Looking at this thing on radar, this thing could be dying off now. Doesn't look nearly as organized as it did just moments ago. So that's a good sign. Alright. So what we're looking at here is at the moment it's not too much. No PDS warnings. And we have one confirmed warning. That's the one approaching Barry. And that just is not looking as nearly robust as it did once before. So we'll give this system until 5:30 Central. And if we still don't have anything too significant happening, there's no tornadoes on the ground by 5:30 Central, we will probably end our coverage. We're down to 3 tornado warnings now. Now this is still confirmed to be on the ground, heading towards Barry. And it could be strengthening. Valker has an update for us.
So yeah, I actually do see a new area of interest just north and west of Jasper, Alabama, which is just northeast of the Gordo tornado warning or the Barry tornado warning. If you guys can see that on radar.
Um,
It's on the velocity. We have some rotation that's starting to form up.
This is just northwest of Jasper.
Yeah, it's just northwest of Jasper. I'm keeping an eye on that, just in case if that decides to do anything at this time.
So the areas that could be affected by this include Arley. And we have lost our Barry tornado warning, which me personally, I don't think that was the best idea. But I digress. But we do have a new tornado warning in Alabama. In a bit of a radar dead zone, but it's just south of York. Wouldn't be surprised if we get a third tornado warning here soon. For that storm that Valker pointed out. So if you're in Coleman, you need to be underground as there is a intense rotation heading into your city right now. If you are in York, there is another rotation right near you as well. You need to be underground. This is near Scratch Hill, and it's riding 80 right now. It does not show any signs of being on the ground at this time. This is heading towards Forkland, Livingston, Tishabe, Thornhill, Rosemont, Bragville, Moortown, Brewersville, Lowita, Bellamy, etc. So this rotation is coming right for you. So gotta be in a safe spot. Not many people in Mississippi or in Alabama have basements, so get in a central room. If it's a thunderstorm warning down here for 60-mile-an-hour wind gusts and 1-inch diameter hail. This is for Slidell. We just got our third tornado warning. This is up in Tennessee. Our tornado warning in Tennessee is for what looks to be a QLCS spin-up that has formed. So we'll have to keep an eye on that too. We have a fourth tornado warning. For that storm that I pointed out just a little while ago, this is for Florence. Valkyr has something to tell us.
So all I really wanted to say is that that area of rotation that's just north of Jasper is looks to be weakening at this time. So which is definitely good news for areas that are just north of Jasper, Alabama.
Such as Arlie.
Yes. So areas like Arley, good news for them at this time that the that area of rotation looks to be weakening at this time. But I am going to keep an eye on it just in case if it does decide to strengthen back up.
All right. Good to hear. That rotation by Coleman has become pretty tight here. No sign of a tornado on the ground, but that is a very tight rotation. So I would not be surprised if we have some kind of tornado form near there, just east of Coleman. A new severe thunderstorm warning has just gotten issued. This severe thunderstorm warning is for 60-mile-an-hour wind gusts at the tornado possible tag, as it does include our tornadic supercell. There are some chasers on our York storm that I can't show, but it is on the ground and it's completely rain wrapped right now. But it looks like our tornado warning might even be lifted here soon, as the rotation does not look as robust anymore. Over
By
here
the
by
way, oh, go ahead.
So over here by Jamestown, this tornado warning here, this rotation is also looking relatively robust right there. So this rotation will be heading towards Pickett State Forest, Pall Mall. I'll just go just north of Jamestown.
By the way, I did want to point out the fact that they did issue a tour possible SVR for the Coleman storm.
Yeah, I do see that. We got
So
an update to our tornado warning by Livingston. It's still radar indicated, but it condensed it a little bit. Alright, we are back. Alright, so we are back now. And we have a new tornado warning. This one is confirmed as a damaging tornado, confirmed by weather spotters now on the ground just to the northeast of Coleman. This is impacting Fairview as we speak right now. So, I'm using the wrong radar. There we go. So this is impacting Fairview right now. This is on the ground, confirmed by weather spotters. We have our hook here. It's going in like this. So we have that tornado there. And this is heading into the Fairview area as a confirmed tornado, alright? So we have a damaging tornado on the ground now. So with this damaging tornado on the ground hitting Fairview, this also comes with 60-mile-an-hour wind gusts along with a tornado. So this is moving past Fairview now towards County Line. We are in a little bit of a radar dead zone. For that storm, but let's head down south to our York storm, which seems to have become non-tornadic. Our Florence storm seems to also be struggling, thankfully. Thankfully, it did not become strong and hit a densely populated area. That would be very, very bad. So now we're focusing on this observed tornado warning in Alabama. Valker has something to say and show.
So the Arley storm, the rotation in the Arley storm seems to be strengthening up again. So we're going to have to keep our eyes on that. If you would like me to, I can show my what I am seeing on my radar.
I'm seeing it here.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
this would be heading towards West Point and Addison. Farther down the road we have Falkville. But here would our tornado be heading like this. So West Point, you are in the firing line. Falkville, you're definitely in that firing line. So I would not be shocked if that goes tornado warning here in the following moments.
Seeing that the latest render has this area of rotation strengthening quite a bit. So I definitely do expect a tornado warning on this storm very soon. I'm also seeing on the reflectivity, we are seeing a pretty decent hook just right over Arley. So I think for those who are in the path of the storm, definitely get to your safe place because I do expect a tornado warning on this soon.
So Some of the areas in the path of this is South Vermont, I believe, or South Vermont, West Point, Addison, and Falkville. All those areas need to get in their safe spots as this train is heading right for them. Our tornado warning by Jamestown, Tennessee still remains, as it looks like a couplet is still visible on radar there, even with it in that radar dead zone. So if we just look at our warnings for a second here, we see our 3 tornado warnings, and our 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 severe thunderstorm warnings. So you can see all of our warnings here spread all the way from Louisiana and Mississippi to Alabama to northern Tennessee. And we just got a new severe thunderstorm warning here. So this is for 60-mile-an-hour wind gusts and a possible tornado. There is still a confirmed tornado to the north of Fairview. So it looks like it's occluding at this time. But Cherokee Ridge, you need to be underground. Union Grove, New Hope, Grant, you all need to be underground right now. New Hope looks like is also a decently populated area. You all need to be in shelter. Florence, you are still under a tornado warning, and we just got a tornado warning for that Arley supercell.
Yup.
So we can take another look at that. So that is quite the robust rotation. So if this does go on the ground, it would be very soon. And we got a 5th tornado warning just in addition to it, it would look like. Our live coverage will probably end if there is when tornadoes stop being on the ground. As this event is heading out of the high risk area, and it's heading to definitely less favorable environment. But tomorrow we will not be live because there's only a slight risk. I haven't exactly set up the criteria to go live, but at the moment it is basically just a significant weather event. Tomorrow does not look to be significant, but if something pops up out of nowhere and it's a strong tornado, I might go live for a little bit there. Our tornado warning for that confirmed tornado is exiting the polygon, so I'm wondering if they're going to reissue that. But it doesn't look super tornadic anymore at the same time. But this Addison storm is looking very significant. Could drop to the ground any second. And if this does drop to the ground, we will be staying live for that, obviously. We have reached double digits in our severe thunderstorm count as this new severe thunderstorm warning by Chattanooga is issued. And I will not be surprised if this gets upgraded to a tornado warning eventually. Bucker points out our rapidly intensifying Addison rotation. But when we lose our confirmed tornadoes, we're going to end the stream. So that will be once this severe thunderstorm, or not severe thunderstorm warning, this tornado warning expires. This one touches down. We'll have to stay for that. Make sure people in the path are well warned. But yeah. They have updated our tornado warning here. This has lost its confirmed tag. And so we have no tornadoes on the ground right now. Our strongest wind speeds at the current moment is 60 miles an hour. We do have quarter-size hail along with some of the 60-mile-an-hour winds over by Slidell. This is in Louisiana and Mississippi, right here. Got some strong storms over there. But this whole event should kind of fade out over the night, but we do have a new, very concerning look on this tornado over here. It could actually be on the ground. A bit hard to tell. I'll have to use... It could just be some contamination, but we gotta double check always. We could have a tornado on the ground here, so we're going to stay with it a little bit. But I think this could just be contamination. So if you are in the village of Indian Rock Lake, Pleasant Hill, and Crossville, be in your safe spots. This Jamestown tornado warning is most likely invalid now. Our rotations in Alabama are weakening drastically. The risk seems to be fading off. Our parameters are slowing down, so we're going to head into the end of our stream. We're going to close everything up here, so if Valkyr wants to say see ya for a second here, we'll let him.
Yeah. Well, I definitely appreciate you having me on the stream today. Definitely glad that we got the word out because this was definitely a very significant event. But prayers to everybody who was affected by this event so far. A lot has happened, but anyways, we'll see you guys soon.
And the next severe weather outbreak, we will be live. So with that, see ya.